If you're sick to death of standing on the tee and slicing your golf ball, you then move over to the right side of the tee box, aim further left and slice it even more, then today guys, in this golf lesson, we are going to help you cure that slice, because I have a tip from one of the best coaches in Europe to help you eradicate that. Guys, welcome back to Get Good at Golf. If you're new to the channel and you want to do just that and get good at golf, then make sure to hit that subscribe button. But if you're sick of hitting those shots on screen now, and then aiming further left, and hitting it even more to the right, then we've got a move for you today that can help that. Because what do we see when people slice the golf ball? Well, one of the biggest things that we see is that the club wants to work over the top. So what's happening? You've always been told, turn through to your target, that'll help you stop slicing that golf ball. Well, if I turn straight away from the top, where does that send that golf club? That sends that golf club over the top. It sends it to work across that golf ball, and we are going to have a glancing blow, and if the face is open, we're going to hit it straight to the right. If we time it a little bit better, because you think I'll just release that club a little bit more, we might hit that quick left. So really we're opening up two sides of the golf course, and the only part of the golf course we're not opening is the middle. So what do we do from there? Then a lot of people say, well, I've just got to stay behind the golf ball a little bit more. So you'll often get into this setup position, ball position is rather forwards. Right, if I hang back a little bit, if I stay back, that club should come from the inside a bit shallower, and I should be able to get that ball drawing. But what we see then is a lot of people stay back, you might not release that club, and that club face is still pointing out to the right. We're still going to hit a slice, and if we don't hit a slice, we might time that a little bit better. And what does that do? It's adding loft, but it's closing the face, so we might hit a high shot to the left, and again, we're not gaining distance, we're not hitting it any straighter, and we're bringing in more problems. And often from hanging back, you'll start to see down the line that we'll start to stand up, and I get into a position here, even if I do get a little bit inside, you can see that club face is still open, and it's a lot down to timing there. But again, we're not pressuring that golf ball. I'm not getting into a position where I've rotated my hips through, I've come in and I'm just ahead with the hands, and we're now going to pressure that golf ball. The ball speed's going to be up, we're going to hit it straighter, the club face control's better, we're going to hit it past Barry, and we're going to lower your scores because we're going to find more fairways. But one big thing you saw from face on there was ball position. Because you're a slicer of the golf ball, a friend, Barry, might say, oh well, get it a little bit further forwards because that will be past the bottom, you'll be hitting up on the golf ball, and that'll get us hitting it straighter. Well, potentially not, because all that's going to happen there is that path then is working even further left because it's past your low point. So it's further left, we're potentially going to hit it off the toe, we're not going to hit it out of the centre, or to get it out of the centre I have to drive my hands this way, which again is opening that club face, but it also might get you hitting the top shot. And we don't want to hit the top because again, that's going to put us even more trouble, that's going to leave us longer in. Yes, the ball might not be lost unless there's a water hazard in front, but potentially it's another lost golf ball, so we're not getting those scores down. So what do I need to do? Well, the first thing you need to do is make sure ball position is good. So for you, I want to make sure, if anything, it's just on the inside of this left heel, if not, half a ball back, because a lot of people have their golf ball too far forwards, outside of that left foot. I'm reaching for that, I'm already in big trouble. Big red crosses coming all over the screen, because that's going to lead to a lot of problems and a lot of luck required to get a centered strike. But once the ball position is correct, once I'm in a good posture even, and from here when I get to the top, what we don't want to do is think, right, I want to get turning through this shot, I want to get everything turning, because we're still in that position right here. What I want you to think is your back is going to stay towards the target for longer, so I'm going to keep my back towards the target and let those hands come down. So I'm making a shift to the left, my hands are staying behind. From here, I'm now able to get that club working on the inside, we can get that release going, and we can turn through the shot, but I've got that club coming from the inside. So straight away there, I've changed that club path. We've got rid of that left path because my ball position is a little bit further back. I've now felt like my back stays towards the target for longer in the downswing, and now from here is where we really want to start to turn and release that club. We're getting all that speed down at the golf ball, so we're increasing your speed. From there we should be able to generate that strike. So let's see if we can do that with this shot here. Straight away, a low penetrating ball flight drawing down the left hand side of that fairway there. So straight away I've changed that ball flight, I've changed the direction, not only the trajectory, not only the shape, but also the distance, because the distance is what we all want. We all want distance, and unfortunately if we are over slicing that golf ball, we're not going to generate that. You can see there a toey strike, so it wasn't a centre strike, but that's still come off faster than the shot I hit previously. It's got that ball flight down, and it's got it going a lot further down this par 4 that is into the breeze here at Lindrick Golf Club. So again, come back in here and get into that routine. So you want to get in here, check that ball position. If you're not sure on that ball position, the best way to do it is to set up to your shot, get comfortable, and from there just let that club drop. So start to see where that club drops, because you can see there inside the heel the ball's a little bit forwards of that, so inside my left heel but not outside of my left foot, so we're not getting into a bad position to put a bad swing on it, or you could put a good swing on it, but that path's still going to be left and it's still going to cause trouble. Get to the top of that backswing and really feel that your back is staying towards the target for longer, hands drop, and then we turn on that power. So even have some practice swings here where you go back, feel like you keep that back to the target for longer. And what you'll often see, and what I found when I did this, was it's much easier to keep my balance. It's much easier to feel like the speed is at the bottom, but I can get into that posture that we see on TV time and time again on the PGA Tour. In balance, hitting it out of the centre, hitting it a long way. Let's do that again. Back to the target for longer. And although a low one and a little bit left, it's still into that left rough. You can see that timing. I've changed that ball flight totally. It's something that I've still got to work on. It's into my drills that I do on the driving range, and we can see if we can do that. We can get the ball going a little bit further. We can change the trajectory, we can change the distance, we can change the shape, and that's going to help you get good at golf, guys. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to do just that. We've got plenty of great coaching tips coming up. Now it's into the summer, you want to lower your score, so make sure you subscribe to see that. I'll see you soon.